DETV News is powered by DART, Delaware's transit service. Moving forward.
Tonight, Delaware reacts to White House order rescinding federal grants. Plus, a Dover City councilman is snagged in a prostitution sting. And Delaware students showed mixed results in the latest Nation's report card. What's driving the change and what's next for the first state's education system? Those stories and much more coming up straight ahead. DETV News begins right now. Hello and welcome to DETV News for Thursday, January 30th. I'm Matt Ford. Here's what's making headlines today across the first state. We begin with a tragic midair collision that claimed the lives of a Delaware figure skating coach, Alexander Kirzanov, and two of his University of Delaware Skating Club students, Angela Yang and Sean Kay, on American Airlines Flight 5342. The flight was en route from Wichita to Washington, D.C., when it collided with a U.S. Army helicopter near Reagan National Airport. Kirzanow's wife, Natalia Gudin, confirmed this loss, expressing her grief over this tragic incident. As the recovery efforts continue, authorities have reported that no one has survived this crash. The victims were returning home from the U.S. Figure Skating Championships there in Wichita. And in response to multiple lawsuits, including one from right here in Delaware, the White House rescinded President Donald Trump's controversial order pausing federal grants to states and cities. That memo was rescinded Wednesday afternoon this week, although federal funding does remain in limbo. Local officials expressed concern over potential impacts on vital programs such as housing assistance and mental health services. Delaware's Attorney General Kathy Jennings confirmed that the lawsuit will proceed despite the memo's cancellation, emphasizing ongoing legal efforts. And following President Trump's executive order empowering ICE, nationwide raids have caused concerns and much confusion throughout the country, even right here in Delaware. The order, titled Protecting the American People Against Invasion, allows for increased arrests and detentions of immigrants, while also threatening funding to organizations aiding undocumented residents. Well, recently, Ocean View, Delaware confirmed an ICE arrest, but local police agencies report no further activity. Delaware Attorney General Kathy Jennings criticized the order, emphasizing a focus on public safety without instilling fear in our communities. Amid ongoing lawsuits, residents are advised to understand their rights when encountering ICE. And in other news today, there is a fear in Delaware schools over new federal immigration policies under President Donald Trump. At North Georgetown Elementary, educator Jennifer Neen reassured students feeling unsafe amidst new immigration policies, saying, quote, "I told them I would go to jail before I let anyone hurt them," she recalled, as young faces looked up with uncertainty. With President Trump's administration allowing ICE to operate in schools, anxiety among immigrant families had surged. Educators report heightened fears, with many parents reluctant to send their children to school. School districts like Red Clay are offering guidance emphasizing student safety as well as mental health support. Staff are reassuring that their buildings are safe, yet concerns of ICE raids still loom at large. To state news now. In the state's capital, Dover Mayor Robin Christensen has declared a state of emergency due to a potential cybersecurity breach that was effective 8 a.m. Wednesday morning. The decision follows credible information about a possible compromise of the city's IT systems, including concerns about the payroll system. Christensen emphasized the breach could impact essential services like emergency response and utilities, particularly affecting Dover Air Force Base. Outside experts will assist in assessing the situation. The emergency order enables necessary actions to safeguard public welfare and will remain until issues are resolved and protections are implemented. And Delaware has made some strides in fourth grade mathematics, with 35% of students achieving at or above proficient, up from 26 in 2022. Though still trailing pre-pandemic levels. In reading, progress was stagnant at 26%, leaving the state 4% below the national average. The 2024 Nations Report Card reveals some troubling trends, especially for our 8th graders, with only 19% of them proficient in math and 23% of them proficient in reading, the lowest since year 1998. Educational leaders, including Secretary Cynthia Martin, stresses the urgent need for focused action to improve literacy and math skills across the first state. And Delaware lawmakers are revisiting House Bill 140, which permits medical aid in dying, after former Governor John Carney vetoed it last September. The Health and Human Development Committee held its first hearing on Wednesday, featuring testimonies from terminally ill patients, their caregivers, and medical professionals. Sponsored by Representative Eric Morrison and Senate Majority Leader Brian Townsend, this bill allows doctors and advanced practice registered nurses to prescribe life-ending medications to patients with less than 6 months to live, ensuring patient autonomy. Despite past opposition, supporters remain hopeful for its passage, especially with new Governor Matt Myers backing. And back to Dover, where City Councilman William Hare is among 6 men facing charges following a police operation targeting prostitution. The arrest occurred Tuesday of this week at a hotel in Dover, with charges including patronizing a prostitute, resisting arrest, and possession of cocaine. One suspect was also charged with carrying a concealed deadly weapon. Police stated that these arrests are part of an ongoing effort to address quality of life concerns there in the Dover community. And before we leave you tonight, a tattoo parlor may soon open on Newark's Main Street, pending City Council vote. After months of discussion, Mayor Jerry Clifton supports the proposal from Brinty Lopez, who supports to relocate her Wilmington shop to better serve local clientele. The ordinance includes strict regulations such as appointment-only model and distance requirements from schools and other body art businesses. Lopez aims to create a welcoming boutique atmosphere with plans to be open by March 1st, so coming soon. And that's going to do it for this edition of DETV News. Be sure to like and follow us all across your favorite social media platforms for updates on what's happening all around the state of Delaware. And if you have a comment, question, or news tip, you know where to send it. Contact us at press@detvch.com. And for all of us here at DETV News, I'm Matt Ford. We'll see you right back here next week. Good night. We don't talk about prostate cancer enough, and it's the most diagnosed form of cancer and the second most common cause of cancer death among Black men in both Delaware and the United States. Approximately 1 in 8 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer in their lifetime, but just by asking your healthcare provider if you should get a screening could help you detect prostate cancer early and save your life. So let's talk about it. Talk to your healthcare provider today about a prostate cancer screening if you are 40 years of age or older, or have a family history of prostate cancer. If you don't have insurance, or if your insurance doesn't pay for cancer screenings, Screening for Life may provide you with the screenings that you need, and Nurse Navigators make this process easier. To learn more, visit healthydelaware.org/prostate or call 211. Ask your healthcare provider about a prostate cancer screening, and you're asking for so much more.
My name is Jason Aviles, and I am the founder and owner of Fly Yogi, and I'm here to share with you some tips to be able to help fight opioid addiction. Opioid addiction is a real growing problem here in America. And I'm here to share with you some tips that you can be able to integrate into your everyday life to really fight against opioid addiction. One of the first things is redeveloping your mindset. One of the practices that I like to use daily is meditation. And what meditation does is it brings you clarity of mind, and it helps keep you grounded, and it improves your ability to make decisions that you are going to benefit from. A lot of the time we find that addiction is rooted in our mindset. It's rooted in how we think and how we perceive, and therefore how we act. So this is a really good way to help fight against that energy of addiction. The second thing is improving your lifestyle through diet and exercise. At the very root of addiction, there is substances within the body that's causing the addiction on a physical level. When we begin to introduce healthier foods, plant-based foods, we begin to remove and detox the substances that are in our body that's causing and attracting the addiction. So through incorporating more fresh fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, grains, and even drinking water on a daily basis, you're going to put your body in a state where it's going to be able to fight the root causes of these addictions. The second part is exercise. Exercise is good for mood. It's good for energy. It's good to increase vitality. It's good to get your heart pumping and get your blood flowing and get oxygen moving throughout the body. So through engaging in physical exercise, complemented by incorporating healthier foods, you're putting your body and your mind in a state where it does not want what's causing these things that are manifesting negatively in your life. So addiction can really be decreased by just incorporating a healthier lifestyle through diet and nutrition, exercise, and then also making sure that you're tackling the mind through mindset, through meditation.